Guys, I have a question. Why is the internet so regulated today? Like, you have YouTube trying to force ID verify everyone. If you want to, like, put, for example, a link in your description, they just want to, like, make you send them your driver's license. Then you have, like, if you look at, like, kids' videos, they'll just, accuse you of being a kid and lock you out of your account. You have Google trying to wage war on ad blockers. Like, ad blockers are not illegal. And, like, they make the internet a lot easier to use. So I don't know, like, I know they're just doing it for money, but they're just trying to wage war on that and make their website so much more obnoxious. And then with the ID verification, and that's not just a YouTube problem, by the way. There's other sites, kind of spicy sites that are doing this as well. And no one wants this. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants to give up their ID for this kind of stuff, especially since these companies are quite known for data leaks. You know, data breaches, hacks. And I'm not talking about the hacks in the Call of Duty game I'm playing. I'm talking about, like, people going into these the back ends of these websites and stealing your private data and then selling it to, like, the highest bidder, or using it to dox you. And it's like, no one wants that, especially with an ID, and you know it's gonna happen. Like, even Google's not immune to this. And I'm sucking at this game, but that's just par for the course. But like with these two major things, and like many other issues, like even YouTube has become so corporatized, and like you have like all this hyper polished Mr. Beast content, the zoomer editing, which I've been guilty of in the past, but I'm getting away from now. I'm trying to do more like kind of off the cuff things like this, just me playing Call of Duty, or just any game I really feel like, and talking over it, and just kind of a way for me to vent, But yeah, I'm just really tired of this shit. And it's like, I've had this account for like over a year, and they're still like, you need to verify to like upload more than one video a day, to put a link in your description, to live stream more. It's like, come on. And then you have like all the Reddit jannies. And honestly, Reddit's kind of a cesspool. Like, that can be a whole other video, to be honest. But like Reddit has like completely like taken the place of like the old internet forums of the old internet forums of like the 2000s. And YouTube's gone through a lot of changes besides the ID shit. I remember back in the day, like, you could actually customize your channels, have like channel banners, have it look kind of like a MySpace site, You can even watch any video you wanted, like, from a creator on their channel. And forget the customization, like, that feature by itself, I don't get why they would remove that, because it was so convenient. Like, I sort of get it with, like, the design thing, because, like, well, it's like any little kid can make up any doodles they want, but that's kind of part of the charm, It's just like part of the charm of the old internet is everyone had their own flavor. And like, we've gotten so far away from that. YouTube's become just like TV. Google, like, Google search has become sanitized. Reddit's become sanitized. Discord is trying to kind of like pivot away from like gamers, like where they they originally shined, and they're trying to get like more into like normies and stuff. Like, especially around the pandemic, they were trying to do like Discord for schools. They were trying to become Zoom, but it failed so hard. you have, like... I mean, I guess Twitter, like, isn't as regulated now, but, like, back before, a certain guy took over, it was pretty regulated, but it was also toxic at the same time. I mean, it's still pretty toxic, but, I'm just kind of done with, like, the super sanitized internet. Like, sometimes you just want to go back to, like, the Wild West days, where, like, you had, like, MySpace, and, like, just, like, a lot of cool stuff you can't get now. And, yeah, I get, like, even, like, the video games, like, I kind of, like, brushed on this, like, in the last video, but video games are kind of feeling more sanitized these days, too. Like, have you seen, like, the latest Call of Duty? Like, compared to, like, this, it's so much more, so much harder to, like, get into. Like, install, and then, like, you have to make an account, and then you have to, like, wait a while and pick a team, and... I mean, I guess you have to pick a team here, but, like... It's so much, and it's also kind of like a Fortnite Battle Royale shit. Like, it's Call of Duty, man. Like, if I wanted to play Fortnite, I'd play dang Fortnite. If I want to play, like, Call of Duty, I want to play, like, bang bang shoot shoot pew pew game. You know, this game is so much easier to get into. And, like, you know, you have the zombies mode, you have, like, you know, a bunch of, like, you know, a bunch of good guns, you have Nuketown. And it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm becoming a boomer, but, like, this shit right here is, you know, this is pretty peak, right? I mean, I remember back in the day, like, when I was, like, in middle school, like, people were saying, like, this game was, like, you know, like, Call of Duty sucked back then. But, oh boy, if I could see how this shit evolved to now. Is, like, it's gotten so much worse. And I don't want to be, like, completely, like, a doomer and shit. You know? Like, there are good things about, like, the new internet. Like, again, you can get pretty much any, you know, any game you want, like, at your fingertips. You know, like, you can get, you know, hella information. I mean, it's not necessarily going to be accurate information, but you can get information very easily, like, online. You know, theoretically, anyone can get famous online and, like, you know, make their own content and post online stuff. And I'm going to keep saying online, because I'm not good with words, as you can probably tell. But, I used to be a lot worse at it. I'm trying to, like, improve, like, my speaking skills. And I'm hoping, like, this kind of style will force me to be a little better at talking, you know? But, that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much, like, all I had to say, like, especially with the ID things. Like, knock that shit off. Like, I shouldn't have to, like, give an ID to YouTube or those sites just to view stuff. Or just to, like, post links in the description. Like, no. And then you, oh yeah, you also had, they also disabled dislikes. Like, no, like, why? Why would, like, I know, like, I've, like, I've talked to people and I brought up, like, no dislike button on, like, websites, and they were like, well, why do you want a dislike button? You just want to be negative? But, like, no, you gotta have that balance, you know? You gotta have the good with the bad. It's like, if you... just like that, like, getting killed, like, in Call of Duty, like, if you just have, like, toxic positivity, that's almost just as bad as toxic negativity, you know? Like, you gotta have both to, like, you know, like, ground you and, like, put things in perspective and, like, let people, you know, like, have their opinions, like, be, you know, shared. And, like, for a lot of people, it's the dislike button. And especially since YouTube, like, you know, they went for 5 stars, like the 5-star system, where you could give it, like, a good, a meh, and a bad. And then they went to just a simple like and dislike because, well, that's what most people do anyway. They just do the extremes. So now you can't do a dislike at all. And it's like, again, like, are we even going to be able to have YouTube comments in the future? Because I could seriously see them getting rid of that. Like, just no comment section at all. Like, how much further are we from that? Like, no comments, no way to discuss anything on YouTube. It's just the video. And then you have just, like, Mr. Beast style content. It's like, you might as well just have television at that point. Like, that's pretty much how, like, modern YouTube feels a lot of the time. That's how the internet feels a lot of the time. Just, like, very curated. It's like, you know, sometimes you just want, you know, people cursing or just shooting the shit on Call of Duty or you know, like very DIY, kind of like, you know, like DIY, like, edgy animations, or I don't know, like some, like, lo-fi, like, SoundCloud track by a guy with, like, an Xbox name, and it just kind of sounds like they're screaming over, like, a Call of Duty mic. Like, you know, the people this game would have. You gotta have that, like, you know, otherwise, what's the point of the internet, you know? That's just how I feel, though. If you feel differently, I guess, feel free to let me know, as I'm sure you will. But, you know, why can't we, you know, have the balance? You know, I'm not saying, like, polished content has no place, or that, like, positivity has no place, but, you know, why take away the other side of the coin? I think I'm, pretty much done here. I don't need to, like, keep rambling on and keep dying here instead of getting good. So, thank you guys for watching.